This is a joint and meridian warm-up for the whole body that gets the qi flowing. We'll start standing with the feet about shoulders distance wide and turned straight, coming into a position known as wuji. Wuji is emptiness stance. It's the basic standing position for Qigong. To do wuji, stand even on your feet, slightly bending the knees. Let the tailbone drop and the crown of the head lift. Breathing is steady and stable. Stand with the whole body open, grounded, and actively relaxed. In Chinese, this is 全身放松. 全身 means the whole body, and 放松 means to place into relaxation. So, when we stand in wuji, we stand actively relaxed. We also use something called wu wei, effortless effort, doing, not doing, action, non-action. And the breath here is steady, the feet rooted. In exploring wuji, we also soften and open all of our joint spaces, 关节松开. When the joints are open, the qi can flow more fluidly, unbroken, and freely. And then we'll start with some gentle warm-ups for the spine. Releasing wuji, begin a practice called opening the gates. Inhale to lift your elbows up and out to the side, opening across the front of the chest. As you exhale, your arms reach forward and the backs of your hands draw towards each other, opening across the shoulders and the back. Then as you breathe in, you bend your elbows up and back again, opening through the chest. As you breathe out, reverse the movement, turning your arms so that the backs of the hands turn towards each other, fingers extending forward. Do this one more time. Breathing in, bend your elbows back, and create space, drawing in healthy, vibrant qi. Breathing out, reaching the arms forward, exhale stale, stagnant, and toxic qi. And inhaling, beginning to release the hands down as you lift the head and chest up. Exhaling, relaxing back into your wuji. Then begin to gather. With an inhale, reach your arms out to the side, gathering feelings of fuzziness or stuckness, qi that feels stagnant and stale. Gather all the way overhead with your arms. Then as you begin exhaling, let your hands come down in front of your body to help you clear this out. You might imagine giving this back to the earth, which can transform it like compost. Then the movement will be the same, but the intention will change. Inhale, gather what fills your body with health, vibrancy, and clarity. Some clean, vital energy and qi. As the middle fingers point towards each other and the palms face the earth, use your hands to fill what grants you health, vibrancy, and clarity into the space you've just cleared. Then you begin to gather once again all that you have just filled, clean, vibrant energy and qi. Seal this in. This way, as you do your Qigong practice, you have a full reservoir of healthy, vibrant qi and energy to support your body's innate capacity for greater balance and well-being. And then the hands will come to rest on the lower dantian. For women, it's the left yin hand over the right yang hand, and for men, it's the reverse. The right hand is placed over the left. Sense into the breath rising and falling from beneath your hands. The dantian in Qigong is considered an energy center. It's where qi can be cultivated, restored, and refined. The dantian is sometimes translated as the cinnabar fields, a fertile land of alchemical change and transformation. Now we'll do a tapping exercise for the meridians, many of which are located close to the surface of the skin. Make a soft fist, begin tapping the lower dantian, right where your hands were before. And start to tap up the center line of the body. This is known as a primary yin meridian or ren mai. Keep tapping lightly all the way up to the center of the chest, then over across the chest towards the outer collarbones. Get the lungs there as well. Then lift the arm and tap underneath the armpit. This is where your body's second largest lymph nodes are located. Your lymphatic system plays a vital role in your immune system. Then tap down the sides of the body and back around to center. And tap back up the center. Across to that same arm again. And when you get to the arm, this time turn your palm towards the sky and tap along the inner arm. Tap to the center of the palm. There's a good point there called working palace or lao gong. It's a point along the pericardium meridian or heart protector. Then turn that palm down, open the fist, and tap along the back of the hand and up along the outer arm, where you have other fire and metal meridians such as your large and small intestines and triple heater. When you come up to the shoulders and neck, massage gently. Then brush that off and start with the second side. Hand in a soft fist, tap up the center line from the dantian, and taking caution not to tap too hard at your solar plexus. Tap up across the chest again, and then toward the other underarm. Tap the armpit. The lymph nodes there will appreciate some jiggling and extra circulation. And then tap down the side of the body and back down to the lower dantian. Start tapping back up the center. And then move across to the arm once more. Turn the inner arm up where you have your heart, pericardium, and lung meridians. Tap all the way down that inner arm, making your way to the center of the palm. Tap there. And turn the palm down, tap the top of the hand, the arm, bringing your tapping all the way back up to the shoulder again. And then you get to massage your neck gently. Should feel good. And brush the arm. Then you'll make 2 fists and tap the groins. This is the largest lymph node center of the body. Your lymphatic system plays an important role in your immune system. And you tap to the outer glutes and the lower back. This is your kidney area on your lower back. You come around back to the glutes. And back around to the groins. And then tapping down centers of your thighs, which is the stomach meridian. Tap down to the knees. And then slightly in, just by an inch or 2. This is where your liver and spleen meridians are. And tap that same line down again, slightly in. And then back up. And then move to the outer legs. This is where your gallbladder meridian is, part of it. And for this one, you tap all the way down to the outer ankles. Once you get to the outer ankles, come to the inner ankles and tap up the inner ankles, knees, and thighs. This is the kidney meridian. And finishing this, you release. Take a moment here, noticing any sensations or tingling you might feel, any stimulation from tapping the hands on the body. Many of the meridians run very close to the surface of the skin. You get great stimulation through tapping. Now we'll start with some arm swings. Soften the knees and begin to swing the arms lightly around the lower torso and back. The arms will lightly wrap around the sides of the waist and kidneys. Stabilize the knees so that they don't turn much. Turning them too much could cause discomfort or injury long term. Arm swings are great movements for the spine. The side-to-side rotation creates glide and slide through the joints of the spine. It's also very good for circulation. And take the arm swings to the middle of the body, arms wrapping around the center of the chest. Breathing here is just steady. Then take the arms higher so they move around the shoulders and upper back. And back down to middle, torso and chest. And then finally back down to the lower section, lower back and front abdominal area. This is really beneficial for the kidneys, which get a very light tap from the arms swinging. And begin to slow that down and release. Now roll the shoulders. As you inhale, the shoulders roll forward and up. As you exhale, they roll back and down. Do that a few times, forward and up, and then back and down. Forward, up. Good for releasing the joint back and down. One more round. And then reverse. Inhale, take the shoulders back and up. Exhale them forward and down. Repeat this 3 more times. Just releasing the joints here can be great for the body's health. In Qigong, it's believed we have energy gates in our joints that regulate the strength and flow of our qi. When we help create space in our joints, these gates function more optimally. Release. And then let your head tip towards one shoulder. Exhale, roll the chin down towards the chest. Inhale, very lightly roll around to the other side and around and back. Gentle on the way back. Exhale and roll around to the side and then forward. Continue. Just being cautious not to compress around the back of the neck. Working toward creating an even feeling of glide and slide. Come back through center. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out, reverse. Tip the head toward the other shoulder. Exhale and roll the chin down toward the chest. Inhale around and back. Again, being careful not to compress the neck and reach too strongly back. Keep going. And just remember that as you circle, it's more important to hydrate and lubricate the neck joints rather than creating a big, strong stretch. When you finish, exhale the chin toward the chest. Inhale, the head lifts up. Exhale, slide your hands onto the hips. Then start to circle the hips, opening through the hip joints. As you're circling, not only can you feel the hip joints respond, but you can also feel the weight shift across the heels and the outer or inner balls of the feet. Movements are steady and smooth. reverse, circling the other direction. You can also feel in the hip joint sockets, which are round, rolling gently over the tops of your femurs or thigh bones. Our thigh bones actually end closer to where our inguinal or groin creases are. In Chinese, inguinal is a much prettier sounding word, which is called qua. Certainly sounds more beautiful to say than inguinal. Then when you finish, bring your feet and knees together. Place your hands on the knees and bend them deeply, like a ballerina's plie. That's about the depth that you want to circle. Start to circle one direction and do 5 in total. Circling like this builds strength as well as flexibility and mobility in the knee joints. And you might hear some crackling, that's normal. And once you've done 5, reverse and take 5 the other direction. Breathing is steady. And when you finish, stand, separating the feet again. Shift the weight onto one foot and lightly place the other foot's heel on the ground. Inhale. Exhale and point the toes. Repeat this a few more times. Just remember to keep your standing leg's knee slightly bent. This will help strengthen that leg. One more round. Heel, and then toes. Release and change sides, bending the standing leg's knee, then heel down, breathing in, toes point, breathing out. Repeat, beginning to activate and strengthen the foot and ankle. Remember to bend the knee that's standing on the ground, the leg there, building strength. One more round, heel, and then toes. Finish and release. The last exercise is for the wrists. It's called parting clouds. As you inhale, you take the hands to the sides and then in towards the heart. As you exhale, the hands part clouds from in front of the chest. When you inhale, your hands draw out and then come in. When you exhale, they part clouds and move out. Inhale, the fingers roll in towards the heart. Exhale, the hands and fingers part clouds. Do 2 more. When you exhale, you might imagine the clouds part so that the light of the sun might shine through. Finishing and then releasing. Let's take a moment to reposition the hands back onto the lower dantian. Left hand over right for women, right hand over left for men. This is the suggestion, but if the opposite feels more authentic or natural, feel free to change the positions of the hands. It's noticing the breath and taking a moment to observe the effects of these movements, noticing how the qi flow feels in your joint spaces and meridians, and be open to the sensations that are present, meeting them with a willingness to support your body's capacity for greater balance, health, and well-being.